Yo, if you want to start a successful Pokemon card business, or if you want to have success in any area of life, you cannot sweat the little stuff. And I mean it, all those little things that maybe get under your skin or bother you. If you dwell too much on those things, you are cooked. And I'll explain to you what I mean in this video. But what's up? My name's TJ. I run this business called PokePass or TCG. I buy and sell tons of Pokemon cards here out of my basement in Minnesota. And I also work full-time as a pastor, where I lead a team of pastors at a large multi-site church here in Minnesota. And I make videos here on this channel helping you guys get your trading card businesses off the ground, and also giving you tidbits of wisdom here and there in this series called Wisdom Wednesday, where every Wednesday I post a video giving you guys some wisdom from my various areas of life. And this one is so true, especially if you are starting out in the trading card business space, because there are little things that are going to happen along your journey. And if you dwell on them, if you sweat them, they are going to completely stun lock you. And I'll explain what I mean. Anytime you are dealing with buying cards from people or selling cards online, you are going to have situations where you lose money. For instance, this right here is a plain white envelope. Oftentimes on TCGplayer, I send cards in a plain white envelope, and they get sent to the customer, and there's no tracking on this, right? There's a stamp that goes on here, a good old USPS forever stamp, and that gets it from point A to point B. And if the customer gets it, and after a certain time passes, I get basically paid out from TCGplayer for this order. If the customer were to message me and say, hey, the card never arrived, I would have to give that customer a refund. Even if it did arrive, the customer could very well lie, and there's no way that I could go about it. And certainly that has happened to me on several occasions. And what I see happen so often is there are people, some of you guys, who the concept or the act of losing $15 or $20, even $30 in one of these is so frustrating to you that it keeps you from moving forward in your business. Instead of just considering how rare it is for something like that to happen, just being like, well, you know what, screw it, it is what it is, and you move on and you keep moving forward. That stuff happens all the time in the trading card business. You pick up a collection, right? You go and buy someone's collection. It's got a big, it's a big binder of singles, and you look at a few of the singles, you check them to make sure. Every so often, you are going to miss something. I came across this card the other day as I was sending out a reimbursement invoice, actually. This card right here, you guys recognize this card? The Charizard VMAX. Ooh, cool card, Darkness Ablaze, right? Well, guess what? This is a fake. This is not a real card. This is you can kind of tell the back is a little glossier than it should be. It feels kind of weird, and there's no texture here. It's a little too smooth. Anyways, it's a fake card. When I purchased this collection, which I don't really even remember who I purchased this from, to be 100% honest, and there's virtually no way I could go through and check every single card in these collections that I'm buying. And I don't know how much this card, I think this card's worth like 40, 50 bucks, something like that. So I would have paid like 70% of that. So let's say I lose $30, whatever. I still definitely made money on that massive purchase. But like, I don't have time to go through and check every single card when I make a collection like this. And I'm not even going to super sweat this and go back and find out who I bought this from, so I can be like, hey, you scammed me on this one, because I don't even think they knew. I recognize cards as I'm sending them out, and I don't see any other fake cards. My guess is they purchased this from someone thinking that it was fake. The bottom line, what I'm trying to say is, I'm not going to sweat that, because $30 is not like the amount of time that it's going to take me to like research this and go back through my messages and try and find out who it was and find out the collection and talk to them. I could be doing something else that's fruitful. I could be listing cards. I could be shipping out these orders. Holy smokes, I got some orders to ship out. I could be shooting a video for you guys. My time is too valuable. And honestly, like, what's going to happen? Are they going to like, I'm going to send that to them and they're going to Venmo me 30 bucks? Like, maybe not. I don't know. I just want to keep moving forward, because little things like that, little snags, are going to happen. I remember very early on, I purchased cards from someone, and I didn't do PayPal goods and services. I did friends and family. They were going to send it in the mail, and they never sent it, and they ghosted me, and I was out $80. Oh my gosh, $80. And there was like a sense of me, because I have like a high justice quotient, and it's like, hey, this person scammed me. That's wrong. Like, the amount of times I woke up and was sweating that $80 loss that I had, that $80 scam, which again, it's $80, you guys. I sell gosh, I don't know, $25,000 worth of Pokemon cards every single month. $80 is not that big of a deal, but it bugged me so much and it was occupying so much of my headspace to where I just had to be like, dude, who cares, TJ? Just move on, buddy. Just get over it. It is not that big of a deal. And so maybe this is me having an opportunity to tell you, you have to move on. You cannot get stun locked on those little things, or it is going to keep you from growing in your business. And same thing like at work. Gosh, like I said, I lead a team of pastors at work. And when you deal with people, this isn't true just in ministry, working at a church. This is true if you work with people in general. You're going to have people maybe that you lead, people that you interact with, customers that you have that say all sorts of things to you, sometimes sideways things to you. Sometimes people are going to say things that they mean to be hurtful, where they're trying to say something to get under your skin. And if you're not careful, some of those comments can really like start to live in here in your head and occupy that very, very valuable headspace. And that is a dangerous place to be, because once again, you have to be able to develop the ability to say, oh, you know what? Screw it. I'm moving on. Screw it. I'm not going to give that the light of day. That was an upset person. They said some things. I don't believe that about me. And so I'm going to move on. Whether it's a setback, you made a mistake, you did something wrong. Gosh, I get up in front of people and I speak all the time. Right? Sometimes there's 600 people there. Sometimes there's 1,200 people there. It just depends. And when I'm doing that 5 or 6 times a weekend, you know how many times I've had like flubs on stage where I sound like a moron and I say the wrong thing? Often. Like, but of course, like that's going to happen if I'm doing it 6 times, 5 times a week, and there's 52 weekends a year. Like that's hundreds of times that I'm in front of someone speaking into a microphone. Of course, I'm going to screw up. If I let every screw up where I forget what I was going to say, or I, my bad, sorry, one sec. Like, if I let that freeze me, that it would be debilitating. Of course, like people, even like Jordan, dude, athletes, people have bad games. If you let a bad game keep you from advancing, you're not going to be, the very best that you can be. And so, what's the solution? If you get scammed on your journey of having a Pokemon card business, keep moving forward. If you have someone say a comment to you at work, keep moving forward. If you screw up in your job and you feel like an idiot, keep moving forward. And here's what I'm talking about. Let me read you guys this comment. Someone said, this is Pokedonkers TCG commented this on my last video. Sharing this only because months ago, TJ gave me his time for a consult and made me rethink my business entirely. I remember chatting with this guy. We talked over Discord. I'd just been scammed for a lot of money in a chargeback scheme, and his advice was to focus on volume, bulk, baby. I had no idea how big this event would be. I just started my business in March. From 11/28 to 12/1, so Cyber Weekend, I had 1,793 orders with 7,500 in gross sales. The direct program taking a lot of that. I had the pleasure of packing about 650 of these orders myself. I'm overwhelmed, but in the best way. Solid dude, solid channel. And so for this guy, for Pokedonkers, it's like he had a chargeback scam. He lost some money. If he would have dwelled on that, that could have kept him from moving forward. But he said, you know what, I'm going to reach out to someone, I'm going to seek some wise counsel, and I'm going to just keep my foot on the pedal. I'm going to move forward. I'm going to sell some cards. I'm going to grind past it. It's like, the genocide thing, not very good. But Eren Yeager, keep moving forward. Attack on Titan, like, yes, keep moving forward. Like, you have to be able to move past these minor setbacks. Don't try to kill half the world. For those of you who've seen Attack on Titan, it's not very good. But the principle of being able to move forward, even when life is hard, even when you get scammed, even when there are setbacks, even when people make comments, just keep pushing forward. And that is the wisdom I want to give you today. Develop some resilience. So yeah, but I just, I hit a little evening workout, had a shower, figured I'd record this video. I got some orders to do, got a nice, this is a little, what do we got here? A little zero sugar wild cherry Pepsi. Change it up a little bit. So comment below if you want to win this fake Charizard. Just kidding, don't do that. I'm gonna hang on to this for a keepsake, Anyways, hey, I believe that Jesus loves you, that he's got an incredible plan for your life. I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.